Hello my dear friends, how are you all? I hope you all are good and fantastic. So my dear friends, you are very welcome in our lecture number 4 of statistics. Okay, so my dear friends, I hope you will enjoy this lecture. So without wasting the time, let's start. Yes, so my dear friends, today we are going to discuss median of grouped data. Okay, in previous lectures we already learned about mean and mode. Now here we are going to discuss median. Okay, so my dear friends, we already know about the median. What is median? So basically median is the middle number in a sorted ascending or descending list of numbers. Okay my dear friends, median number is what? Okay, my dear friends, so median is the middle number in the ascending or descending orders list of data, list of numbers. Okay, I hope you get this point. So, my dear friends, today we are going to discuss to find the median for the group data and ungrouped data and for when class interval is given or not given. Okay, my dear friends. So, now, first of all, we have to know what is cumulative frequency. So my dear friends, cumulative frequency is obtained by adding all the frequencies up to a certain point. Okay, it is what? It is obtained by the adding all the frequencies up to a certain point. Okay, so when we're doing some questions, then this will be clear more. Okay, so now my dear friends, now finding the median of group data when class interval are not given. When class interval are not given. So my dear friends, in this case, there are some steps to find the median. What are these steps? So let's see. First of all, we have to tabulate the observations and the corresponding frequency in ascending or descending order. Our first priority is that we have to arrange the frequencies in ascending or descending order. Okay. And second step is that add the cumulative frequency column. Okay, now we have to add the another column in the cumulative frequency to the table by finding the cumulative frequency, okay, up to each observations. Okay, we will see in the question. Now step third is if the number of observation is odd. If the number of observation is what? Odd, then the median is the observation whose cumulative frequency is just greater than or equal to n plus 1 upon 2. If the number of observation is odd, then the median is the observation when cumulative frequency is just greater than or equal to n plus 1 upon 2. If the number of observation is even, then in that case the median is the average of the observation of n plus 1 upon n plus 1 upon 2. Of what? Observation of whose cumulative frequency is just greater than or equals to n upon 2 and n upon 2 plus 1. Okay, I hope you get this point. So now my dear friends, let's see the question. Yes, we have a data like this and we have to find the median. What is? Yes, we have to find the median. So we have marks. Okay, and we have number of students. We have what? Number of students. So they are in random position. They are in what? They are in random, means 20, 29, 28, 33, 42. Okay, and the number of students are 6, 28, 24, like this. Okay, so first of all, we have to arrange in the what? In the ascending or descending order, like this. Okay, so marks obtained like 20, 25, 28 means this is what? This is in increasing order. This is in increasing order. Okay, I hope you get this point. So now my dear friends, here is our frequencies, and if you sum of the frequencies we get 100. Okay, now most important thing, now we have to find the cumulative frequency. What? Yes, we have to find the cumulative frequency. So let's find that. Yeah, so we are adding a new column for cumulative frequency And now what is cumulative frequency? According to the definition, in cumulative frequency we have to add from first to, yes, we have to add to the frequencies from first to the end. Like, let's suppose this is first frequency, so now here is 6. Now we have to add this 20. So we get 6 plus 20 is what? Yeah, 6 plus 20 is 26. Now we have to add in 26 this term 24. So we get what? Yes, we get 0, 5, 15. Okay. Now we have to add this 28 in 50. So we get 78. I hope my dear friend you understand these things. Okay. So now similarly if we add 15, so we get 93. If we add 4, we get what? Yes, 97. If we add 2, we get 99. If we add 1, we get 100. So now here is, if you observe this, we have what? We have sum of frequencies what? 100. Now the last number of cumulative frequency, which is equals to the sum of the frequency. I hope my dear friends you understand these things. So now my dear friends, now we know that number of observation is what? Number of observation in this case we have n is equals to 100, which is what? Which is even. And we know that if the number of observation, then the median is what? Then the median is equals to n upon 2th observation plus n upon 2 plus 1st observation divided by 2. It is the average of these observations. Okay. Now we have n is what? We have n is 100 divided by 2 plus and 100 upon 2 plus 1 divided by 2. Okay. So now we get, here is 50th term plus, and here is 51st term divided by 2. Now we have to see what is 50th term. So if you see that, if we observe this, here is 50 and 50th term is, we have the corresponding term is 28. So 50th term is what? 28. Okay my dear friends, I hope you get this point. And after this term, 51st term is what? 29. What is? Yes, 29. This is what? This is 50th term and this is 51st term. I hope my dear friend you understand these things. So now here is, we have to put the 50th term, which is 28. Okay, plus we have to put the 51st term, which is 29 according to the table, and divided by 2, and after solving this we get 28.5. So this is the median. 28.5. Okay. So don't be confused that we have to add 50 plus 51 and divide by 2, then we get the median. No, this is the 50th observation. What is 50th observation? And it is 51st observation. Okay, it is not the average of 50 plus 51 divided by 2. No, it is the average of observations. It is the average of observations. I hope my dear friend you understand these things. Okay, so now let's move on. Yes, so now my dear friends, finding median for group data when class intervals are given. Now in this case we have to find the median for the group data when the class intervals are given. Okay, so my dear friends, for finding this we have to follow some steps. What are these steps? Let's see that. Now step number 1 is find the cumulative frequency for all class intervals. For all class intervals. First of all, our first priority is that we have to find the cumulative frequency for all class intervals. Okay, my dear friends. Now we have to, yes, now we have to find the median class. Now what is median class? Median class is the class whose cumulative frequency is greater than or nearest to n upon 2. Okay, so my dear friends, where n is what? N is the number of observation. N is what? N is the number of observation. I hope, my dear friend, you understand these things. So now, after that, we have to apply the formula and then find the median. Okay. Yes. Now, what is L? Now, in the formula, this is L. Okay. L plus n upon 2 minus CF divided by 2 into H. In that case, L is our lower limit of median class. Lower limit of median class. Okay, my dear friends. Here, n is what? N is number of observation. Okay. Now, CF is what? CF is cumulative frequency of class preceding the median class. Understand? Cumulative frequency of class preceding the median class. Okay, I hope you get this point. Understand, my dear friends? Now, here f is what? F is the frequency of median class. Frequency of median class. H is what? And H is class size. Okay, my dear friends. So these are the terms in the median formula. So my dear friends, so the next topic is the best suited measures of central tendency in different cases. Okay, my dear friend. So the mean takes into account all the observations and lies between the extremes. Okay, and it enables us to compare distributions. Okay, my dear friends. And second point is, in problems where individual observations are not important, and we wish to find out a typical observation where half the observations are below and half the observations are above, the median is more appropriate. So in that case is what? Median is more important. Median disgraces extreme values. Okay. And third is, in situations that require establishing the most frequent value and most popular item, the mod is the best choice. Okay, in that situation, okay, requires establishing the most frequent value or most popular item. In that case, the mod is the best choice. Okay, so now, my dear friends, let's move on. Yes, next is empirical relationship between mean, mod, median. So there is a relationship between mean, mod, median. So what is that? So the relation is, this is very important relation, my dear friends. We have to learn this. Okay, so 3 median is equals to mod plus twice of mean. This is what? This is the empirical relationship between mean, mod and median. Okay, my dear friends, I hope you got this point. So now let's do some questions. Yeah, so the question number 1 is, the following frequency distribution gives the monthly consumption of an electricity of 68 consumers. What is? Yeah, 68 consumers in a locality. Find the median, mean and mode of the data and compare them. So first of all, my dear friends, first of all, analyze the table. Okay. So we have monthly consumption in units and we have customers. So there are 4 customers which having the monthly consumption like 65 to 85. 65 to 85. Okay. And there are 5 customers. There are 5 customers are like they consume 85 to 105 electricity in the month. Okay. And so on. And similarly like all these. Okay. So now my dear friends, first of all, we have to find the cumulative frequency of the given data. So now, yes. So now my dear friend, this is our tabular form. Okay. In this we have to find the cumulative frequency. What is? Yes, cumulative frequency. So my dear friends, cumulative frequency of first interval is 4. And cumulative frequency for second interval is 4 plus 5 is 9. Okay, we have to add like this. And now we have to add 9 plus 13, we get 22. And we have to add 20 in 22. We get what? We get 42. Okay, we have to add 14, we get 56. And we have to add 8, we get 64. And if we add 4, we get 68. Okay, so this is equals to what? This is equals to n. It means our cumulative frequency is correct. If this is equal to, if the last cumulative frequency is equal to number of observation, then we can say that our cumulative frequency are correct. I hope my dear friend you understand these things. So now from the table, it is observed that we have n is what? We have n is 68. And what is n upon 2? N upon 2 is means 68 divided by 2. So this will give 34. Now we have to decide the median class. So we are deciding the median class on the basis of this. On the basis of n upon 2. Which is 34. So my dear friends, the median class is like, the median class is this. Because the 34 is nearer to this cumulative frequency means 42. It is nearer to this number. So we can say that this class is what? Yes, this class is median class. I hope my dear friend you understand these things. So in this case, we have lower limit L is 125. We have cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency is what? The frequency of class preceding the median class means this 22. Okay, and main frequency is what? 20. Frequency of cumulative frequency. Frequency of median class. Okay, my dear friends. I hope my dear friend you understand these things. So this is our median class. So now, so we are writing all the terms. Okay, so we have L is 125, N is, we know that, 68, and CF cumulative frequency is 22, and F is 20, and H is what? 20. Okay, my dear friends, I hope you get this point. H is our class size, so this is the 20. So now my dear friends, median is equals to, we know that, L plus N upon 2 minus CF divided by F into H. Okay, I hope you get this point. So now my dear friends, put all these values in the formula. L is lower limit of median class is 125 plus number of observation 68 upon 2 minus cumulative frequency of the preceding median class which is 22. Okay, yes, divided by F which is the frequency of median class which is 20. Okay, and into H which is 20. Okay, class size. So now my dear friends, don't confuse in the cumulative frequency and frequency. This is the cumulative frequency of the class which is preceding the median class, means like this, of the class of the preceding the median class, means this is the cumulative frequency. Okay, and F we have the frequency of median class. F is what? Frequency of median class. I hope my dear friends you get this point. Okay, so now let's move on. Yes, so now after solving this we get, here is 125 plus into, if we divide 68 by 2 we get 34 minus 22 divided by 20 into 20. This 20 and this 20 will be cancelled. Okay my dear friends, so now we get, so median is equals to 125 plus 12, we get 137. This is our median. Now my dear friends, we have to calculate the mod. What is mod? Yes, so my dear friend, for finding the mod, first of all we have to find the model class. What? Yes, model class. So now what is the model class? So my dear friends, model class is the class which having the highest number of frequency. So highest number of frequency is what? This is 20. So we can say that this is our model class. Okay, so now in this case, what is F1? F1 is 20, frequency of model class. What is F0? F0 is the frequency of class preceding the median class, means 13. What is F2? F2 is the frequency of class succeeding the model class. So this is 14, means this and this. And what is L? And we know that this is our L, lower limit of the model class. And we have H is 20. So now put the values in the formula. So mod is equals to L plus what is F1 minus F0 divided by twice of F1 minus F0 minus F2. So this formula we already learned in the previous lecture. So we have L is what? 125. Okay, so this will become 125 plus F1 we have, yes, 20. Okay, F1 is what? 20 minus F0 is 13 divided by twice of 20 minus 13 minus F2 is what? F2 is 14. Okay my dear friends, I hope you get this point. This is 14 into H we have 20. So 125 plus, here is 20 minus 13, 7, and this will become 40 minus, okay my dear friends, 40 minus 27. I hope you get this point, into 20. So now 125 plus 140 divided by, my dear friends, this will become 13, which is equals to 125 plus 10.77. This will become 135.77. Okay, so my dear friends, mod is equals to 135.77. So this is our required answer. Okay, I hope my dear friends you understand these things. So now we have to find the mean also. Okay, so for finding the mean, Let's suppose this is the table. Okay, so now first of all we have to find the midpoint of the class interval. So what are these? So the midpoints are 75, 95, okay, 105, 135, 155, 175, and this will become 195. Okay, now we have to assume A. Okay, we have to assume A. So what we can assume? We are assuming this A. 135 we are assuming A. So now here A is 135 because it is in the middle. It is in the what? Middle. Okay. Yes. Now my dear friends, what is D1? D1 is x1 minus A, means x1 minus 135, means 75 minus 135. Okay, 75 minus 135. So this will become what? This will become minus 60. Okay, similarly here is 95 minus 135, we get minus 40. Here is we get minus 20, and this will become 0, and this will become 20, and this is 40, and this is what? 60. Okay, now my dear friends, we have to find ui. Okay, so for ui, this is what? Di upon h, means this is what? D1 upon h, and we have h is what? 20. So this will become like this. Listen to me very carefully. Minus 60 divided by 20. So this will become minus 3. Okay. Similarly, this will become minus 2. This is minus 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Now most important stage is that fi ui, means we have to multiply f1 into u1 like this. So this will become, if we multiply 4 into minus 3, we get minus 12. Similarly, here is minus 10, and there is minus 30, 0, 14, 16, and 20. Okay. Now we have summation of fi is 68, and summation of fi ui means the sum of all these entries. So we get 7. We get what? 7. Now we have fi ui, summation of fi ui and summation of fi. With the help of this we can easily find u bar. So we get u bar is what? Summation of fi ui divided by summation of fi. So we get 7 upon 68. 7 upon 68. Okay, now we have to find x bar, and we know the value of x bar is what? Yes, a plus h into u bar. Okay, so a plus h into u bar is what? Summation of fi ui divided by summation of fi. Okay, now we have a is what? 135, which is assumed. Okay, plus h is what? 20 into, and this will be 7 upon 68. Okay, my dear friends, I hope you get this point. So now my dear friends, if we solving this, we get 137.05. 137.05. So this is our required answer. So in this case, my dear friends, mean, median, and mode are more or less equal in this distribution. Approximate all these are equal. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question, which is, if the median of a distribution given below is 28.5. Now in this question the median is already given. Now find the value of x and y. In this case we have to find the value of what? Value of x and y. Okay, my dear friends. So now my dear friends, we have class interval and we have frequencies. Okay, Class interval are what? 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. Okay, like this. So the h is what? 10. And we have the frequency 5x, 20, 15, y, 5 and which is equals to what? The submission is 60. This is what? This is n. Okay, my dear friends. So now, first of all, we have to find the cumulative frequency. Okay, yes. So now, my dear friends, we have first cumulative frequency is 5. Next is 5 plus x. Next is 25 plus x. Okay, next is if we add 15 in the 25, we get 40 plus x. This will become 40 plus x plus y. Okay, and this will become 45 plus x plus y. Okay, my dear friends. So now, my dear friends, if we observe this, we know that the last cumulative frequency is equal to the number of observation. Is equal to the what? Number of observation. So now, my dear friends, we know that we have number of observation is 60. So n upon 2 is what? 60 upon 2, which is equals to 30. Okay, so we can find the median class from this 30, which is approximately is equal to this median class cumulative frequency. So this is our what? This is our median class. This is our what? Median class with cumulative frequency of 25 plus x. Okay, my dear friends, and we know that we have median, which is equals to what? 28.5. Okay, my dear friends, I hope you get this point. And we have L is, which is lower limit of median class is 20. Okay, and CF is what? CF is the cumulative frequency of class which is preceding the median class, means this value. We can write it as 5 plus x. Okay, and F is frequency of median class which is equals to 20, and H we have 10. I hope, my dear friend, you understand these things. So now, my dear friends, we know that median is what? Median is equals to L plus n upon 2 minus CF divided by F into H. Okay, and we know the value of median, which is equals to 28.5, which is equals to L we have 20 plus n upon 2 we have 30, and CF we have 5 plus x. What is 5 plus x divided by F we have 20 into 10. Okay, my dear friend. So now, with the help of this, we can easily find the value of x. We can easily find the value of x. So now, my dear friends, we get 28.5 minus 20. Okay, is equals to 30 minus 5 minus x, and this 0 and this 0 will be cancelled. So we have 2. After solving this, we get 8.5 into 2, which is equals to 25 minus x. 25 minus x. Okay, now this will become 17 is equals to 25 minus x. So we have x is equals to 25 minus 17. Okay, my dear friends. So we have, my dear friends, x is equals to 8. So we know the value of x is what? 8. Now, from cumulative frequency, we can see that, okay, we know that here is the last cumulative frequency is equals to the number of observation. Okay, so we can write like this: 45 plus x plus y is equals to what? Is equals to 60. Now, my dear friends, here is, we know the value of x, so we get 45 plus 8 plus y, which is equals to 60. Okay, so this will become 53 plus y is equals to 60, which is equal to y is equals to 60 minus 53. So we get y is equals to, yes, 7. So I hope my dear friends you understand these things. So the value of x is 8 and value of y is 7. Okay, so my dear friends, I hope you understand these things. So now let's move to the next question, which is the life insurance agent found the following data for the distribution of ages of 100 policy holders. Calculate the median age if policies are given only to the person whose age is 18 years onward but less than the 60 years. Okay, so my dear friends, we have a table like this. Okay, so now in this case we have ages like this, below 20, below 25 and so on till below 60. Okay, and we have number of policy holder. So for below 20 we have the 2 number of policy holder, and for 25 we have 6, and similarly and so on. Okay, so now my dear friends, first of all we have to convert it into a particular class interval, and we have to find the cumulative frequency. So my dear friends, if you convert it into like this, this will become, so the class interval is what, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, like this and so on. And we find the cumulative frequency, we get 2, and 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 18, 24, 24 plus 21, 45, 45 plus 33, 78, 78 plus 11, 89, and 89 plus 3, we get 92. And if we add 6, we get 98, and after this we get 100. So this is equals to what? This is equals to our 100 policy holder like this. Okay, I hope you get this point, my dear friend. So now according to this data, we have n is 100. So n upon 2 we get 50. So from this we have to find the median class. So now how we can find median class? Now we know that here we have n upon 2, so which is 100 upon 2, so this is 50. Okay, now we have to check, we have to see the cumulative frequency just more than 50. Okay, and we can observe this, here we have this 78. So we can say that this median class, this is what, this is the median class. So we can write here as, this is median class. Okay, I hope you understand these things. Now in this median class, this is what, this is L. This is L means lower limit of the median class. Okay, and this is CF means this is, okay, this is cumulative frequency, and this is the F. This is what, this is F, and H is what, H is 5. 40 minus 35, which is 5. Okay, I hope you get this point. So now we have everything like this. L we have 35, CF we have 45, F is equals to 33, and H is equals to 5. So now put in the median formula. So we know that L plus n upon 2 minus CF divided by F into H. Okay, we have 35 plus n upon 2 is 50 minus 45 upon F we have 33 into H we have 5. Okay, so this will become 35 plus 5 upon 33 into 5. So this is 35 plus 25 upon 33, and if we solve this we get 35.75. What is? Yes, 35.75. So the median age is equals to 35.75 years. I hope, my dear friends, you understand these things. So now, my dear friends, based on this lecture, you are able to solve any type of the question based on mean, median and mode. Okay. So now this is enough for today, and we will meet in the next lecture with the next amazing topic. So thank you very much guys for listening me, and take care and goodbye.